What's up, everyone, and welcome to ClearTalk. So in this video, we're going to be going over some of the recent attacks that Donald Trump has been doing here lately on his rallies. And it's very concerning. It's a problem. And I don't think it helps him at all. So we're going to be talking about it because I'm annoyed, and and why not? Uh, so if you like the content that you were getting here, please consider subscribing, like, share, all the good stuff, and consider checking out my other channel. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and everything on those videos over there. JMD Drummer, drum covers over there. You have reactions to songs and stuff over there. Check all that stuff out. JMDPLAY is my video game channel. I've done I got lives over there. I've got other video plays. Check out the Discord. You got one-time donations here, and of course the join up there for the monthly at Patreon, JMD Nation. If you like, $3 a month there. Anything can help. Any of that. Anything. Don't feel pressured, but anything would help, especially subscriptions. Subscribing to the channels, liking, sharing, and interacting with the videos. That is the biggest thing that can help. So thank you. All right. So yes, we have here recently. You have apparently Trump has just gone full blown just insult. Like that's all he's wanting to do here recently. Apparently Harris got under his skin severely at that last debate, and it's like just attack. And he starts with Biden, and then he just bleeds over into Harris. He's refusing to do another debate, so I guess that's not happening. Even though she, has clearly stated that she's up for it and ready to go, but he doesn't want to do it. So I guess we're not getting that. We have the debate for JD Vance and Tim Walz, I think tomorrow. So I will be covering that. So look for that tomorrow. But yes, here this past weekend, he started getting into some majorly personal attacks on Kamala that I don't think really bode very well. It might, like I said, the problem with Trump is that he seems to only concern himself with talking to his base, talking to the ones that he for sure has, that's got his back, that's going to cheer him on, and oh my gosh, Trump, he's the best. Make America great, MAGAs, okay? And he doesn't give a damn. He doesn't seem to care at all about trying to get anybody else, because clearly, if he did, he wouldn't say this kind of shit. So we are going to. I have a video queued up here. It starts about immigration, which he just, says his normal shit about immigration, but then they go into the more personal stuff. So let's go.
President Trump blasting the vice president on immigration.
She should be impeached and prosecuted for her actions.
While also escalating personal attacks by insulting her over the weekend.
Kamala is mentally impaired. Think about it, only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country.
Even some
mentally impaired. That was Saturday.
Republicans pushing back.
And now he's questioning her mental competence, and I think that's insulting not only to the vice president, but to people that actually do have mental disabilities.
But Mr. Trump doubling down Sunday.
Crooked Joe Biden became mentally impaired, sad. But lying Kamala Harris, honestly, I believe she was born that way.
And in the same speech, speaking about crime.
See, we have to let the police do their job. And if they have to be extraordinarily rough.
And after last year suggesting police should shoot shoplifters as they leave stores, now proposing a free period of violence as a deterrent.
They have to be taught. Now, if you had one really violent day, one rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately.
This is the kind of shit that Donald Trump is saying at his rallies. Making personal attacks on Kamala Harris about, mental disability, to the point that, he even stepped it up the next day, saying that she was born that way. That is just the, like, I mean, I don't know how you can really get much lower than something like that. Attacking somebody, talking about them being born with something like that, like a mental disability. This is, I mean, just nobody in their right fucking mind could have believed that to begin with, or think that it's even remotely accurate, or that it even has any sort of validity to it. It's just a straight up, just, schoolyard childish bullshit kind of attack, right? And this is a 78-year-old fucking man that's attacking a woman, as he likes to do, and coughing up. What did she do to say that she was born with a mental disability? Now, you can fault Kamala with whatever you want, not like some of her policies, or like some of her history and she's done, as a prosecutor or whatever. There's arguments to be had with decisions that she's made along her career or whatever. But by no means can you honestly, with sincere honesty, say that this woman is mentally disabled or mentally impaired. She is a smart woman. A very capable woman. I mean, she's smart enough and capable enough to have kicked his ass in the last debate. And that was pretty much unanimously understood throughout media and everything else, except for those Trump ass kissers in Fox News or something. The, Waters of the world and the, Hannitys. But this is annoying. And then, as they continued on, goes into the crime thing, talking about exploding the idea that crime is just rampant and people are just going crazy, shoplifting and killing, all these kinds of different things or whatever, when actual violent crimes are down all across the nation and have been going down for months now. But and then his way of fixing it is, well, why don't we just let the police, do their thing and get a little rough for a day, or maybe really rough for an hour a day or something really rough. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Is he literally sitting here talking about some shit like the Purge or something? And that's what's being equated by a lot of people. That it sounds like he's, like they brought up, he's recently talked about shooting shoplifters. He's talked about shooting them in the leg. People who commit crime, protesters, shooting them in the legs. I mean, we know back in 2021, he was trying to invoke the Insurrection Act. Or 2020, during the BLM riots. Except for he's trying to press the cops. He's trying to invoke the cops to do this, to get a little tough. What, we're going to go out and hunt down bad guys and beat the hell out of them? We're going to presume somebody is in the act of doing something or thinking about doing something? What the fuck are we talking about here? And then to cough it up at like cops are just good guys, like it's good guys against bad guys. As if cops, there hasn't been some, bad apples in the bunch that, have done some criminal acts themselves or, falsify police records and stuff or, to cover up stuff or whatever the case. Like there's, and then there's just, the elephant in the room that Donald Trump himself is this, convicted felon. He's advocating for something that technically himself he would be the victim of, or someone like him. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. He's advocating for the police for a day out of the the week, the month, an hour out of the day here, an hour out of the day there, just go wild and be rough, really rough. It had to be really rough. He just said it. I'm not making this shit up. You just saw that come out of his own fucking mouth. I'm not even sure what else they had. I don't think it went any further with anything, but
Now, tomorrow, the focus shifts to the running mates who are getting ready for their first and only face-off. J.D. Vance has been holding prep sessions with Congressman Tom Emmer, who's playing the part of Tim Walz, with Vance's wife among those helping him get ready, according to a source familiar. Another source tells us Walz has been doing his prep at what aides call Camp North Star in Michigan, joined by Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who's playing the part of Vance. Lots to watch for tomorrow night, Hoda.
All right. This is infuriating. This is a man that I have family members who are just, act like he's the second coming of Jesus. They act like he's the savior of our country, that he's, that he's just got everybody in, best interests at, and just gonna help everybody out. And this man is nothing but a authoritarian dictator, like totalitarian. He only cares about himself and making himself look good. And he will play. I'm telling you right now, he will play completely into the Project 2025 shit. It is becoming more and more clear. He just also recently was talking about in an interview or rally or one or the other. I think it was in an interview talking about how, he never liked giving overtime, talking about paying overtime to like employees or contractors for, building his properties or whatever the case, that he never liked to pay overtime, and that he would just get other people to come in, and to keep out of paying overtime and all this kind of shit. I mean, we're talking about workers and talking about pay. We know from history he's, constantly, not paid workers. There's been several contractors over the years that have taken him to court over not being paid. He would promise to pay them. He'd pay half of them to get half of what he was going to pay to get them started. But then when they were done, to get the second half, he just wouldn't pay them. I mean, this is something that's on the record over and over and over again. He doesn't care about workers. He's not, he doesn't care about your work, your job. you making any money. He doesn't care about the middle class, the working man. And in the Project 2025 stuff, it specifically talks about trying to get rid of overtime. No more paying of overtime. Now you can work overtime hours, but you won't, like, trying to cut out overtime pay specifically. This is the kind of shit that he's talking about. You better watch out. I'm telling you. He is not the man you think he is. He's not going to do the things he says he's going to do. And what he does say he's going to do, when he says it, you better believe it. Like these crazy things that he says. The kinds of things you go scratching your head at, like, what, did he really just say that shit? Yeah. He's got to be, and that's what pisses me off even more about the stuff going over in the Middle East, and how that's the kind of shit that's going to hurt Harris, even though she's on an upward trajectory and she's, at this point has a very good chance of beating Trump. And matter of fact, I would argue a good chance of beating him easily. But if this shit continues going over there, this is going to hurt. And it's going to screw up cause all kinds of issues in the election. People, switching their stuff at the last moment or deciding not to vote because of their frustrations or whatever the case. It's going to wind up helping him get back in office. I'm everything is stupid right now. The stuff going on in the Middle East is stupid. Some of the shit coming out of the election cycle here is stupid. And it's just, I enjoy doing this stuff. I really do. I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy politics. I enjoy, speaking on it and being involved in it. Being involved in current events and the things going around the world. It makes me feel like I'm, engaged with the world, engaged in something larger than myself. And, trying to work and weave through, the issues and see the nuances and understanding of people and how they think and act and in a political way or even whatever, even if it's religion or whatever. Like I enjoy this stuff, but it's this stupid shit like this that just really makes it hard to. It just makes you want to just be like, really just fuck it. But I'm not. I'm going to stay here. Because I feel like it's important. Again, we have the debate tomorrow. So we'll look at that. And I'll be covering that. So thank you very much for joining me. Again, consider subscribing, like, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, peace. Clear Talk. I'm out.